Well, aren't I a dill? I am a dill. You need to have the motor running for it to work. Hello. This time on CrashTestDummyTV. Alright, now I've got to change the front brake switch. Mounts just there. Unfortunately, a lot of them, because of the bark busters, they rip out the wiring. So when you do buy one, you want to get a 90-degree one. Make sure it's 90 degree. The standard ones are anyway, but you can get straight out ones. Anyway, first thing, cover's got to come off. Tools for the job, actually, first thing. Cover's got to come off. That's the 8mm socket. We've then got to remove the switch itself after you get rags and dishes and all that sort of thing to catch the oil. I don't know how much oil is going to dribble out, so I'll have to, plan ahead or trial and error. That's why the rag is there. Need the 14mm for the switch bolt itself, and later on we've got to bleed the brakes because we're obviously letting in air into the system. So I've got my Phillips head for the top and my 8mm spanner for the caliper itself for the bleed nipple. Cool. Oh, also homemade brake bleeder bottle. Basically, you just want something going in, little hole in the cap to let air out, otherwise it'll get a vapor lock. And I've just got a piece of hose that I jam on the end of the nipple. Now I do have a bit of wire all wound around, so it holds the hose and hooks onto somewhere. So you can hook it somewhere, put it on your caliper and bleed away. Cool. At the cost of bits, so nothing, let's say $1, if not less. Groovy. Alright, well, I'll get everything ready and we'll go ahead from there. Step 1 complete. Alright, nicely enough, my container here actually sits wedged on the bracket. Well, it did. I should have left it. Shouldn't have touched it. Oh, what we'll do is we'll do that. Alright, that'll hold there. Stick it on the front one to pull it forward. Cool, that'll do. Now, why do I have 2 spanners, you ask? Should be a bigger spanner, they usually work better, but one size smaller will go on. Get on there. Hang on. Turn it around the right way. Get on. Gives you a bit more leverage just for that first nip. I have to move the bark busters. That's the other tool you need, Allen key for the bark busters. That's fine. Where to put my spanner? Oh, right there. I'm going to try and hold on the hose just so I can take this out and put the other one straight in. And our catch cans catching all the stuff. Buggy. Chuck it in there. Leave the new one on there and put the old one on the inside. Barkbuster's got to go right out of the way, damn it. Oh, come on. Thread on. Give me a break. Don't trip. That's better. You know what? I'll use that other washer. Okay, try this again with a small washer. Sometimes these are copper, those little washers. In this case it's alloy. Lightly turn that wiring. You don't want to hurt it. Dropping everything. And that's the wrong one. That's right, I dropped it. This is where it pays to have a clear workspace. Yeah, it's better. Alright, it's tight enough. Now, clean up. You can use water, or it's best to use water afterwards, because brake fluid is kind of water soluble. It thins out with water. Even detergent is much better. Yes, so after all this I'll give it a quick wash down or a rinse down just in that area. And the area of the brake caliper, because I've got to bleed them next. Now, switch time. Poke it through. Where's my temporary wiring? In these aftermarket parts, they usually give you the bullets are smaller than the ones you'll get at the local electronic shop or automotive shop. So when you go get bullets, go get the 2 sizes that are out there. Actually, there's probably about 3. Tuck that in behind there. I'll give it a zip tie there actually. You'll do. Give it a little bit of excess. So if it needs to, it can move. Groovy. That's all done. I've got to bleed it. Oh, my stomach's grumbling. Alright, now I'll pause for a little bit, clean up that mess, tighten up and adjust bark buster where it should be, and then I'll bleed the brakes. Stage 2 complete. Alright, hope you can see this. Spanner goes on first. Now you want to just unlock it, but then just wedge it a little bit, just so it's easier, because on a bike it can be a pain in the bum. Get back in there. Stay. Alright. Just because you've got to do both pumping and spanner work. Now pump it up, open it up, close it. Pump it up, open it up, close it. Check that fluid. Notice I'm pushing my finger down you don't want to go pull it off all in one hit and get splashes everywhere. Alright, the other thing you need is brake fluid. In this case I'm using a Motul .4. Tiny reservoirs these. And it can do it open with the cap, but just be very bloody careful initially, as you might dribble it. Gotta make sure the rubber's seated properly too. Because if it's not seated properly, it'll pinch it. Not too tight, but tight enough. You just want to give it a nip up. You don't want to burr the screws on that. Okay, just after I put the cap on, I like to give it a bleed or two. Just to pressurise it if anything. Cool. Feels like a good pedal. Make sure you put the rubber cover over the nipple and we're done. Cool. Now, annoyingly, the brake light isn't actually engaging. Now I know it's not the new switch, but the back one was working and now it's not, so I don't know what's going on there. I am a Dill. You need to have the motor running for it to work. So now we have hand and foot brakes. Yay! That means it's all roadworthy. Yay! Well, roadworthy enough for reg. You don't need indicators. One mirror is all you need, but you're better off actually getting one of those mirrors that fold over. For adventure riding, very good idea, because the problem with these, this can smash off, and once this smashes off, as far as you hitting it with your body, that metal arm will impale you, and there are many accounts out there of people being hurt by their mirrors. Cool. Ride safe out there all. Behave yourself, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Where'd that washer go? There it is. Haha! Machine's paying up. Sweet!